How the UN wants the world to reopen for tourism? 1/3 of the world is closed when it comes to tourism. Destinations are getting frustrated and are opening. Is this a wise move? UNWTO response to COVID is another report. The World Tourism Organization UNWTO has separated itself from many global tourism organizations, including the World Travel and Tourism Council WTTC, but sometimes comes out with statements. Here is a statement released today. Among the destinations now off limits, more than half of them have been inaccessible to overseas travelers since 27 April last year. Moreover, most of the former tourist draws affected are in Asia, the Pacific and Europe, according to the UNWTO Travel Restrictions Report. On the other side of the coin, more than 1/3 of global tourism destinations are now partially open to international visitors, with Albania, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, North Macedonia, and Tanzania lifting all COVID-19 related travel restrictions. Safe and responsible. Noting that travel restrictions have been widely used to restrict the spread of the virus, Zurab Palilichvili, UNWTO Secretary General, stressed that as we work to restart tourism, we must recognize that restrictions are just one part of the solution. He further underscored that travel restrictions must be based on the latest data and analysis, and consistently reviewed so as to allow for the safe and responsible restart of a sector upon which many millions of businesses and jobs depend. Testing and quarantine. The report shows a growing trend in international destinations adopting a more nuanced, evidence and risk-based approach to coronavirus-linked travel restrictions, said the UN agency in its news release on the report. More countries are requiring tourists to present a negative polymerase chain reaction PCR or COVID-19 antigen test for entry, as well as providing contact details for tracing purposes. Just over 30% of all worldwide destinations have made presenting negative test results their main requirement for entry, which the same proportion are making tests a secondary or tertiary measure. So far 70 world destinations have adopted such an approach, with additional quarantine requirements. Around 1/3 of these destinations are small island developing state SIDS in the Americas. Remaining cautious. According to UNWTO, many governments have advised their citizens to avoid non-essential travel abroad, including governments of the top 10 destinations who have adopted that policy, which received 44% of all international tourists worldwide, according to figures from March 2018. How they review policies in the light of the pandemic will play a critical role in restarting and restoring global tourist flows in the months ahead, said the report.